Oh my word, that is amazing. Starts with the script. I generally have a core idea. Sometimes it's a teaching I've given, and then for me, that's all I'm interested in is the content. Is there underneath this some fresh word? Is there something that's worth saying that people must hear? So I'm driven by people have to hear this, and if we don't make this, I'm going to spontaneously combust.
When we first started NOOMA, one of the first things that we were really committed to was the content being the best content possible. How do we allow Jesus' teachings to be the brilliant thing that they actually are? For this film in particular with Corner, we had so many different ideas about how do we tell this story? How do we talk about what it means to give a corner? The more and more we thought about it, it was like, you know what? The significant thing about Corner is that you can do it. This is about human connection. This is about taking down a wall of indifference that you would have to the world around you and saying, no, like, people matter. Like, the people in this room matter. The people outside matter. The people on another continent matter. And because of that, I'm willing to give a piece of myself to that.
The end goal has nothing to do with production value. It's not about having a film or great camera moves or music that really moves you. It's kind of removing those barriers and creating those moments in which the teaching can really take root in someone's life. Every NOOMA has a lot of crazy things that go on behind the scenes. Some of the things that's most interesting is that it's not necessarily just weird hijinks or funny things, but a lot of times what we see is actually things come together in unusual ways. Casting coming together at the last minute, or locations or weather clearing when we didn't expect it to. You just see God working, not only in just what is being done through the films, but in the actual process of making the films.
I think people are always astounded about how many people were on this crew? 20, 30, 40, 50? There's like 400 people it takes to make one of these. Whenever people visit the set, there's this sense like it looks like I'm just talking. And it's like, if this is just talking, then how come it took like hundreds of hours to get to this point? So I think that's always a surprise about how much work it takes to make it look like it's 10 minutes of talking. I lost my mojo there. I was like... The other thing about the lens is that you're talking to people like you right now, but it's just an inanimate object. So you're like having this kind of relationship. So there's this awkward thing of you're talking to nobody and you're talking to everybody. And that's a bit awkward. And unbelievably enjoyable.